All right, guys, today we're going to show you an exciting piece of wedge fitting technology that we really think is going to change the game. We're here at the Titleist Regional Fitting Center with Kevin Sprecher, who's a top fitter, and some of you have seen us do some wedge fittings with him. Now, Kevin's got a brand new tool in his bag, and what's even cool about this is beyond Kevin, this is something that's going to be much more widely available. So not everyone has access to the caliber fittings that we're able to do here. Well, this tool is going to make it so that you can get a world-class fitting pretty much wherever you are. And what's really cool is that the man himself, Mr. Bob Vokey, was integral in the design and development of this software. So a lot of Bob's brain goes into this, and there's a lot of tech in this. So you're going to want to see this. It's really cool. It's going to make sure that a lot more people get fit into the right wedges. We're going to show you why right now. All right, Kevin, this is exciting, right? What do you got here?
It's pretty cool. Titleist came out with this, and it allows us to do wedge fittings indoors, but pretty dialed in. Normally I'm hitting on a mat, hitting your screen, but it takes all that information into account. And the app kind of guides us through everything to help kind of dial in what you need as a player.
And the app is getting real-time feedback from the foresight.
From the foresight.
That's really cool. And look, we've got terrific wedge fittings out here at this fantastic facility.
Yeah.
But not everyone has that. Not everyone has what you've got here. So bringing some wedge fittings indoors, I would imagine, is going to make sure more people get fit.
It gives everybody the opportunity to do it. Fortunately, we can do it inside and then go outside and test it to make sure we're out and dial in and test it. But if you can't, at least you're getting a really good fitting indoors with highly accurate information.
Okay, so great. So let's walk through this. I know it starts off, actually, it's funny, I see these questions on the screen. It reminds me of a lot of working with you, the questions that you would ask.
Right.
So now the system is prompting to ask a lot of these important fitting questions.
Yeah. So obviously we know you're right-handed.
Right.
But we're just going to kind of go through this. Handicap, where are you now?
I would say 6 to 10, because I'm right on that high end of that scale, 10.
Right. These are the important questions, is typically your home course, what are the conditions?
I would say I would go with medium up here in the Northeast, unless it gets really dry in the summer, then it gets firmer.
But typically it's kind of, most courses in the Northeast are on the lusher, medium side.
So I'd say I like kind of the medium side. Plus we travel.
Yeah.
So we play in different places.
How about your bunkers? A lot of sand, little sand?
I would say a lot of sand. We play some good courses. We're fortunate enough to play some good courses.
So we'll go slightly soft.
Okay.
And what's your level of confidence in the bunker?
I would say more. I'm not quite on high. I want to get there.
Yeah.
But I would say I'm pretty confident on the bunker with my 60 degree.
Okay.
I feel pretty confident on a good inside bunker.
With your current setup, what do you have? What's your current?
So I've got it's the T200, so it's the 43 in the loft from my set. And then we've got a 52 in there, and I play a 60 as my highest loft.
So what I like about this is, based upon that information, this is kind of what we should do for your wedges.
Which is kind of what we've done. I have the 48, and you had me in the 54. I just made a personal preference to switch to the 52 for my 100-yard shot.
I've had the pleasure of spending a little bit of time with Mr. Vokey, whether he came here or I actually went out to a wedge fitting thing last year. He suggests 4 to 6 degrees of loft between your wedges, depending upon how you use your wedges, your speed, and your conditioning. So that's kind of where it sets you up here.
Yeah, that's that Vokey DNA baked into this thing.
Yeah, he approved everything that's in this app.
Yeah.
He's got his stamp on things. So it's pretty cool that he's kind of he took his brain and stuck it on a computer.
Yes, it is cool.
With this next part here, talk to me about how you use your wedges. That look about right?
That does. 48 is always a full swing.
Yeah.
50 for me, it's the 52, but I will use that for pitch shots, but I won't really use it in the bunker. Full swing shots or pitch shots, and then the 60 full is rare for a 60 for me.
Okay.
I will use it more around the greens, 50 yards and in, and I definitely use it in the bunkers.
You open up the face.
And when I'm in the bunker specifically, I'll open the face on it.
So now we'll rank the shot kind of frequency.
It looks pretty good. For the first one, full, definitely.
Yeah.
54 for me, the 52. It's only a full swing at 100 yards. I'm using it all those 100 yards in, so it's a lot of pitch shots, a lot of three-quarter shots. Then on the 60, I'd say bunker is number 1. That's the number 1 spot I use that.
Okay.
And then open face second and pitch third. So now this app is going to get the ball flight data from your foresight.
Yeah. And one of the nice things about being indoors is we get to use your ball. So just grab one of your balls, grab your wedges, and we're going to hit 3 shots per club to get some data to put it in there, and we'll see what we come up with.
Perfect. Okay.
3 full shots with that, 3 with your 52, pitch shots with your 52, and then your 60.
So we're starting off full shots. Yeah. This is my full swing club.
Full swing club using your ball.
And that's about the distance that I use for my 48. I see something appeared on that screen there.
Yeah, just keep it.
I want the secrets, and Kevin's like, not yet, Frank. One more shot, one more full swing with this club.
Full swing. But we're starting to see what we already know is you tend to be a little shallow. So we know that matches up.
Yeah.
All right.
So my full swings we're seeing, and that slider goes from shallow on the top to steep on the bottom.
Now we're going to go 52. Okay. Now we have 3 full shots.
And this is the club like we talked about that I hit both full shots and pitch shots.
So we're going to do both with that.
Okay.
Now we're going to go a pitch. And when we talk about a pitch, we're talking about a 15 to 20 yard shot. Now we're going to do your 6.
So for this, it wants me to an open face shot.
Open face shot, 10 to 15 yards.
It's amazing to me how quickly it's picking up the data. It's like it's going as fast as I can move.
Got you down to the tee though.
Sure does. For you, it's just validating what you already know.
Which is kind of cool to see that, it matches up to what we see outside.
Right.
Yeah, accurate.
And I've always been a real big fan of these tools for me as the player, because especially if it's the first time going to someone for fitting, sure, we could trust them, whatever, but you can't deny it when you see it. There's no fighting that. It's not subjective. So it actually makes it even more of confidence that hey, the fitting was right. Go in.
Oh, almost got it.
So 12 total shots is what we just put into the system.
12 shots. How long did that take? 6 minutes?
If that, right.
Gives us so we know this is kind of where you tend to be on the shallow side.
I see F is full, open face O, and then I believe that size of that circle is the confidence level.
Yeah. And then this is what it's telling you that you should be, the grind that you should, the way you approach, which makes sense.
Here's the 2 is the art of the fitting, right? So this gives you an idea, but then you can say with the confidence level.
This person is almost going to replace me. It's that good. But it's just kind of, look, your technique on all of your shots is shallow. Right? We know that. These are the courses that you play. So based upon the courses that you play, the way that you're approaching it, this is what it recommends.
So for you, would the next step be, especially I'm looking at that 60 degree, we got a 74% match and a 13% match. Would it then be to take those now, both put them in hand and hit some shots and see?
Yeah, we'll go back outside and hit some shots.
Gotcha. So that's more like the traditional fitting that we're used to. But this at least is getting us pretty darn far.
This gets us almost all the way where we need to go. We know you're going to be low bounce.
Yeah.
And it just kind of matches up.
It's fantastic. It's amazing to me how much we just saw from just those 12 shots. And like I said, where I'm encouraged by this is that beyond these amazing facilities like we have here at Sleepy Hollow, I could see this software being put into places that otherwise could not fit wedges properly. I'm thinking big box stores and things like that. Once this is there, all they really need is the foresight and someone to guide you through it, and you're going to get a pretty darn good fitting. However, if you want that real high caliber fitting that we get, make sure you guys check out Kevin Sprecher here at the Titleist Regional Fitting Center. We'll link to his link below so you can book a fitting with Kevin. And this is great, Kevin, because even for you, for someone who's been doing wedge fittings for a long time, you've got another tool.
Look, you don't have to take my word for it anymore. There's no perspective. This is just facts, data. The stuff that I add to it is we listen to the sound of the contact, we feel the impact on grass. But again, if, like you said, if you don't have that opportunity to do that, then you can still hear the sound of the contact, and you get to use your own ball, and it's highly accurate, which is what I care about.
So from the brain of the Vokey team and Bob Vokey to our computer screens, amazing stuff. Kevin, thanks for taking us through this today. We appreciate it.